Well, welcome to beautiful, very beautiful Algonquin Park. I'm going to set up the campground. It's a lot busier than I thought it would be. In fact, I probably should have gotten a campground, for tenting only. I got one with a power outlet nearby because although I have diesel heat, I don't have my jackery yet, or a power station. I don't have a power station yet in order to power it. I do have my auxiliary battery that I use for winching, that I'd rather keep for winching, but it seems like a lot of people are still here, which is not a bad thing. I'm happy that people are enjoying themselves, of course, out in nature, but I'm probably further away from any sort of sites, rock formations, and things like that that I'd like to see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, and I'm going to get something to eat because I am starving, and then we'll go from there. Oh, I forgot to mention the geology of this area. Right now, Algonquin Park is kind of at the edge between the glacial event that we talked about on my last video, which is the Wisconsin, the one that happened 70,000 to 20,000 years ago, the glaciers that came through and suppressed the area with so much ice and weight that it pushed the area down, and now it's undergoing a rebound effect. And here we're kind of at the edge of that, and you're getting to a little bit hillier area, which coincides with the Grenville Province. The Grenville Province, if you know what that is some of the oldest bedrock on Earth, between 2.7 to 3-ish billion years old. And so that's why Canada has so many natural resources in metals, because you've had time for these formations to kind of have water seep through all of the cracks and rocks and all that stuff, and you had enough pressure and temperature and all that stuff and erosion to finally expose these metals and whatnot. And so we're in an area that is very well studied, and an area that has a lot of geologic activity in terms of history. And if we're lucky, hopefully, I don't know if we're going to look around, but hopefully we'll get, there's some kids out there, hopefully we'll get to see some of these rock formations while we're camping. So I'm gonna get this top off here first, like this, from this side. Get this all set up. This is not terribly expensive. I think it was around 1,200 Canadian. Open this in a while. Ow. Fingernails need to stay on, please. Okay. Opening up the edges here so that if it does rain, I don't think there will be any rain, but if it does rain, it won't pool here. All right. Now, there is a rain fly. Probably should set it up. Making sure you guys can see what I'm doing. See what I'm doing? Yeah, good. I'm gonna set it up over here. Open this guy up. There we go. Now I have my own private shower / commode. The toilet is just effectively a bucket with a toilet seat lid on it. Put some plastic bags inside. Do my business. Get rid of the bag. Seems pretty good. Now, you may wonder, what am I doing with all of this gasoline and diesel? Well, I brought a diesel heater because it's going down to zero, maybe lower than 0 Celsius. And although I could set up and run it off a dual battery setup that I have, my dual battery setup is set up with solar here to go to one battery. It's not connected with the DC to DC charger. I do that on purpose because I want Number one, reliability. I don't want to touch the main components of my vehicle because reliability is more important to me than, well, I should probably set this up now. More important to me than convenience. Because I have driven, although this channel is geared towards doing occasional camping and road tripping and things like that, I did do a very extreme drive. That's my first drive, probably wasn't very smart, to their most remote location accessible by road in all of North America. You should check out that video after you watch this one. It is really cool to do, I must say. It was a lot of fun, but because I was in the middle of nowhere, I had to make sure that everything was tip-top and I had redundancy, and I wanted to make sure that my battery system wasn't connected but was independently capable, if that makes sense. So I have my second battery that is only charged by the solar panel on the roof. I'll show you that in a second. So it's only charged by the solar panel on the roof. And I use it also, it's a lead acid battery, not a lithium iron phosphate or lithium ion battery, because number one, I keep it under the hood and lithium ion doesn't like heat. And number two, I need high amperage for winching. I have a winch that I connect to the hitch, just in case, of course. I'm going to take care of that in a second. All right. And I need the high amperage for that, so that's why I have that battery like that. And it also can double as a starter for my car in case my other one, my main battery, does die. So I'm going to get some more of my equipment. I have an awning. Here it is. And I want to be able to use it as I sit down. Oh God, I just realized I didn't bring a chair. I hear you, chipmunk. All right, so we're gonna have to make do. I do have a bucket with a toilet lid on it. That could work. Maybe I'll just pull this. I'll pull this picnic table around over here. Anyway, let's continue with the setup. Going backwards. Let's try that. Well, it looks like I did a really poor job at packing this up last time. It's like all tangled up here. That's no fun. So let's try this out. Okay. That will attach nicely to this. I can do that. Okay, this will attach nicely. How do I put it to the car? Yeah, that'll work. How tall do I want to make this? Have it behind me. I don't have to have it all the way tall, do I? I don't have to. Yeah, it's going to be here and here. Tall enough? No, I might as well make it as tall as possible. Let's go to this other one. So, I just realized another thing I forgot. It's because I hurt my back last night. And my wife told me, bring some ibuprofen or something. I'm like, yeah. I did not. I guess I was just too excited to come out here and start doing stuff. I mean, I guess that's understandable, isn't it? All right, I need my geology hammer. Oh, it's not the best stakes, but they're gonna have to do, aren't they? So here, let's get you on here. I don't want to make this too long because you know what I did last time is in the middle of the night I had to go to the bathroom and I tripped over the wires. Okay, I'm not proud. That's what I did. All right, let's hold on there, buddy. You wait your turn. It's not falling over, which is nice. Don't fall on me. Don't. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We still have our dignity. All right. Oh, good. Look, my hammer's nearby. Excellent. All right, let me get 2 more over here and get them in the ground. And we're good. Okay, oh, 3. There's 3. I mean, why leave one out? Lovely fellow over here. This will be number 2. Home stretch for tarp setup. And largely the shelter. I have to do some other setup there, of course. There we and go. How's that? Huh? Oh, okay. Look at that. Let's start unpacking some of this stuff here. I'll take care of that tonight. I got this off of Amazon, and I really like it because it's adjustable in the length of the feet. Well, it's still dirty from last time. Can you hear me? Hope so. Hate to feel like I'm just talking to myself. I guess it would depend on if you watch this. I might just be talking to myself anyway. Okay, these are down pants. Now, it's not cold enough to wear down pants, really. But what happened last time is that I was woefully unprepared for how cold it got at night because the daytime was nice and comfortable. I wore just, regular pants. And that sweat jacket that I have inside there, that's nice. It's fuzzy and warm, but not 0 Celsius warm. These are below 0, but I'm not wearing long johns underneath or anything like that. So they're very comfortable. And just with the shirt, it's perfect. It's like the perfect temperature right now. When I'm using my dual fuel stove that I'll take out now. There we go. I'll have open air. I'll be able to cook and eat. That'll be nice. I bought some wood for the fire pit that's over here. And see that? So I'm just gonna use my bucket as my seat because I didn't bring one. It'll do. That'll be fun. When it's almost 4 o'clock, this is my lunch. It took me a lot longer to get here than I anticipated. That's good. These Nalgene's apparently are good because they're very durable. Obviously, they're not very expensive, but you can also put boiling water in them and they don't melt on you. So in the middle of winter, I'll heat up some water, put water inside, and put it in your sleeping bag or in your jacket or whatever. And this goes with the theme of being an occasional explorer. I have sushi. Now, I know what you're saying. You're not camping if you're eating sushi. Well, yeah, I am actually, because I'm only here as a overnight. I eat my wasabi, and I do this for fun. It's not me having to prove myself to the wild or whatever. This is me wanting to get out with nature and enjoy myself. All right, got my chopsticks. I thought I lost them. Let's do this the right way. Oh, what's great about having the toilet with me, because until I use it as a toilet, I also use it as a garbage, and it's right here. This might be my preferred way. Who the hell needs a chair? Clean. Leave no mark, okay? Don't dump on the ground, don't burn plastics especially. Plasticized paper, that's bad. If you just want to get away for the night, you don't need super equipment to do it. I got this table because I've seen other people got the table, and I can see how it's convenient to have. But honestly, there's picnic tables around. You can use those. I just like having it because if I do go to a really remote place, or if I'm wild camping or something like that and I don't have those things, I'd like to know that I have it. Oh my God. Third thing I forgot. Towel. I said that last time. You have to bring a towel. Don't go anywhere without bringing a towel. I didn't bring a towel. So I've been recording without sound for the last 10 minutes. And what I did in that time, I cleaned this up. I I talked about my dual battery system that I'm not going to get into now, and I plugged it into the power over there, and I have a carbon monoxide detector that I'll put up in there just in case. Okay, that's the long and short of it. Sorry about that. But anyway, there we go. So this diesel heater, remember, you don't need van life. Although this is where I got the idea from. Not only do you have redundancy and backup for stuff, it's great. Like, you want to make sure that your clothing can keep you alive if all the other stuff fails. Give myself some water. There, open the top. There. Oh, look at that. I have way too much water in here, and I don't have a towel. All right, so let me get up there, set up the rest of the camp. Oh, look at that. I forgot I had these. Okay, I have like these sleeping mats here. This is nice. This is like a canvas material, which is really good when it rains. And I don't know if it's actually canvas. It's there's definitely a thicker material than a normal tent. All right. What I also have, though, this is pretty neat. Take a look at this. This is a bag for shoes. Okay, I have my sleeping bag. Now, this sleeping bag, like normally, you'd want a sleeping bag for the extreme cold that is down-filled and all that stuff. But they're so expensive. This is super warm, not made out of traditional stuff, but it's super heavy. But I don't care because I don't have to backpack it. Keep it in my car, put it on top. All right, and also what I have, just in case, I have extra blankets. But one of my blankets is a heated blanket in case the heater's no good. I also have a nice pillow. All right, let's get inside. I used up the shoe pouch this time. So again, I was recording. Well, no, I was talking like it was recording, and you missed a whole bunch of stuff here. Again, I'm putting this underneath, these blankets underneath. Number one, for cold. Protect me from cold. Let's see that a little better here. I can protect from the cold seeping up underneath me. Let's move that. I want the cold seeping up underneath me, and it just makes it more comfortable. All right, that's my comfy, cozy bed for tonight. Oh yeah, that is soft, man. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right, let's go out and do some stuff. All right, here's some excellent examples of the rocks you can find. That's a borehole where they drilled some dynamite to break open this area to cut the bedrock here. And so what you notice here, you have pyroxene and feldspar and a whole bunch of large grains. Let's see if I can get you a little bit closer here to see how large these grains are. Look at that. That means that this cooled, had time to cool. Look at this. Look at that right there, that grain right there, the whole crystal right there. That means it had time to cool underground. So the longer that a lava flow or a magma chamber, or it wouldn't be lava because it wouldn't be supposed to be underground. The longer that it can cool for, the larger the grains that it can make. The larger the interlocking grains and the crystals that you can see. And I'm not going to crack this open, obviously. I don't want to ruin the natural beauty of the area. You can see how large and interlocking these grains are. And you do notice some striations, highly metamorphosed and changed. So it wouldn't necessarily be granites per se, but look at that. You can see the striations here. You see these striations. And that would mean there's a compression happening here. Here you can see some more of the complex geology here. You notice that the angle here is kind of going this way. That means that there was either some uplift or some pushing down, probably uplift of the area as well. And so you have natural cleavage between maybe different layers of the rock formation. Plus you have some uplift, metamorphization of the rocks, because you can see some igneous rocks, especially on the left over there. They're kind of they look like they're striations, but these were never sedimentary layers. These are not sedimentary layers. They were kind of squished over billions of years to make the formation that you see here. Amazing. All right, we're back. All right, let's set up the heater here. I hope this reaches. I have no idea if it will. We want to make sure that we have heat returning. This is a return, because what happens is the heat will come out here, but there's a intake over here for the heat, for the air. It's just going to take cold air and try to heat it up. So you want to take the air that's being heated up, return it back into the heater, and then it has like a positive feed loop. Alright, this is going to go here. This is the minimum. Maximum. Okay, I gotta close the zipper so it doesn't fall away. Alright? Let me get the duct tape in the night. Problem. Can I reach this guy in here? If I have this guy, let's come into here. Yes, I'll have problems when I get it out, but reach. There we go. I'm gonna return here. Oh, we're golden. It's starting to get darker. I have a different audio here. The other one's charging. I'll get it in a second. But here we go. Hopefully, I'm trying to make some air come through there. Hopefully it'll pick up, catch some fire. I can also set up the stove here as well. Looks like there's plenty of fuel on it. I don't have to fill it up. What I like about this stove is that it is dual fuel. So you can use, I guess it's kerosene or whatever, stove fuel, Coleman stove fuel. But you can also use gasoline, which is nice, because then what I have to do is turn this to up, open this, put my finger over the hole, and pump. So you use gasoline, so I don't have to bring multiple sources of fuel, right? I can bring whatever I use to fill up the car, I can also use to run the stove. Open that up, I can hit it. There we go. Oh, hope you can see that flame coming. It's got to burn off there for a bit. You know, it's funny because you feel a lot of pressure to kind of cook over the wood when you're camping. And honestly, I enjoy the flavor, but it doesn't cook evenly. It seems like a lot of a hassle. I feel like I should do that for like hot dogs or marshmallows, but for other stuff, I'd rather use a stove. Smelling good. It is a little hot, so let's put down the, oh, that's the wrong way. It is a little hot, so let's get this guy down like that. Good. See that? It's down sweater. It's very light. material like for the those sleeping bags you want to sleep in. Oh, you can't hear me, can you? There we go. How's that? How's that? It's got the same material that's in sleeping bags with down and all that stuff, so I guess it's to keep you from getting moisture stuck inside, but right now it's really nice. Want a tea? Ow. Ow. Hot. Burn myself. Oh yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. It's cooled down sufficiently. All right. I probably should wet them first. Hey, that would make sense. That's why I have the water over here. Let's do this. Oh. You know, it's a little early right now, but I think I'm gonna start the heater upstairs here and close the front. It's got a fan going. It looks like it's got a gold glow plug glowing or something. We'll let that go and have my heat up in my rooftop tent going. All right, you can hear the pump going now. It's got a tap, 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 tap sound. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my cooler into my car. There are black bears around. There are wolves around, but although this is a very busy area, I doubt we'll hear them here. I probably have to go further in the backcountry in order to hear those, sadly. Well, live and learn. Now I know. I will try to do that next time. All right, I just found a problem. I need duct tape. It just broke on the side here, so let me fix that now. Okay, so I had to turn down the heat in here. This is crazy hot. This is much too warm. So I have to open up windows hot. And it's going down to 0. Some air coming through here. And keep it on the lowest setting. Have some fresh air come in here anyway. Morning. Last night was way too hot. The heater just cooked. It works really, really well, a little too well. Well, it's coming to an end now. Thank you very much for joining me on my sojourn to the forest. I really had a good time. Just having some cereal today. I'm gonna pack up and go. I don't really feel like cooking something more extensive. I can go back home and I'll see you in a couple weeks. See you next time.